I'm headed straight for the KASL.
What is going on, everyone? This is Autumn Marie, your coach of the Syracuse Xerneas, and I'm here with my Week 1 team builder for the KASL Sub-League Season 1. My very first team builder video ever for my very first draft battle ever and my very first draft league. And I'm sure you're going to get real tired of me saying that. Excuse me. So I just wanted to go through a quick run through of the team that I built with Pokemaster Mike. Thank you very much for your help as always. You've been a great mentor to helping me get into this draft league. And my match with Vice Citizens is in a little less than an hour, so I'm hoping not to spend that much time on this team builder. So we're just going to run through the team real quick. Let me know in the comment section below whether or not you like the layout for this and the battle video that'll be going up a little bit later. I was doing a mock battle earlier and was wondering whether or not having the sprites on the sides is going to be too much. So let me know in the comments if you think I should take those out and kind of redesign things a little bit, or if you like them and I should keep them in. So let's get through to the... I can speak English. Take 2. Let's get to the team builder. We're going to start off with my Gudra. I haven't given them nicknames yet. I should probably give them nicknames. If I have some time before the battle, I'll think of some nicknames. But we've got a somewhat defensive Gudra. It's a special defensive Gudra with Assault Vest to try and sponge some hits from some of the harder hitting Pokemon on the team, like Victinis, Manectric, Flygon, potentially, depending on the set. We just wanted to have like a good, decent special wall, and we are running Ice Beam because of the Flygon mainly and the Mandibuzz. They're both weak to ice. We were doing Flamethrower just because it hits Ferrothorn really hard. It can hit Ariados if we need it to. Sludge Bomb. I personally picked Sludge Bomb partly for the chance to poison. I feel like that could be really useful if I can land a poison on something. I hope I'm not gonna be in, like, I'm hoping that if I have to fight either Alolan Ninetales or the Primarina, it's because they're switching in on me as a dragon. They don't necessarily expect me to throw a Sludge Bomb at them. So I can get some good damage off with that. And then we're running Dragon Tail, so that way if Reuniclus tries to set up, as long as I keep my Gudra healthy, then I can Dragon Tail the Reuniclus out if it sets up with Calm Mind or Trick Room. The important thing is I have to keep my Gudra healthy. I did a mock battle with Mike earlier, and I let my Gudra... I keep saying Gudra really weird. I let my Gudra take a bad hit, and I then couldn't switch into the Reuniclus when I needed to, and then it just kept setting up on me. So that's kind of the idea behind the Gudra. We've got good special defense and bulk and HP investment and a little bit of speed, because I noticed that, I think, I'm trying to remember the calc, but I know that with my 4 speed IVs, I can outspeed Scarf Reuniclus, which I don't know why someone would run, but this is also a draft league for fun. So you never know, someone might run Scarf Reuniclus to try and get some hard side shocks off. Or, I don't know if it has U-turn priority. I don't have my other computer set up. That will be set up during the match, so I can't just go clicking around right now. I guess I can turn around. But, so yeah. The next mod is, of course, Tapu Koko, and, oops, hang on. See, I turned the computer on, and now everything kind of got a little messed up here. 1 second, sorry about that. Let's get that back. And switch this back over. Put this over here. Close that. Yeah, I have 2 different computers set up to one system. So sometimes when I switch one of the computers on, it switches the system over automatically, and then I'm like, oh no, I have to switch everything in. But let me just look up. I don't think it gets. I don't know if it has like any sort of pivot. No. So it can't like scarf pivot, but it could scarf knockoff or do other things. So I believe that my Gudra does outspeed a scarf or Uniclus. Not that I'm really expecting it to show up. Anyway, Tapu Koko. I wanted to make sure that I can try and pretty much outspeed most of the Pokemon on the opponent's team. So we're running Choice Scarf Koko, and I think Koko in terrain, like this team, other than the Flygon being immune to electric, and I think Ferrothorn also resists it, and of course the Mega Manectric, but I can spam some electric moves if I don't have to deal with the Flygon, and it can do pretty good damage in electric terrain. So we've got the Thunderbolt instead of the Volt Switch because I wanted to make sure that Koko could pivot out if they had to, so that's why we have the U-turn instead of the Thunderbolt. And even though we've got a negative nature attack, the U-turn's mostly there for a pivot, not necessarily like, oh, we're going to KO this Pokemon with U-turn. So that's why that's there. Dazzling Gleam, of course, we're running a special Koko, so 252 special attack with a positive special attack nature. And we are running Dazzling Gleam, of course, because it's a strong special fairy move. And then we also have the Hidden Power Fire, and the idea behind this is that if Ferrothorn does come, and maybe even Ariados if I haven't picked a move yet, but more for the Ferrothorn, if the Ferrothorn comes, I can potentially lead with Koko, and if the Ferrothorn's the lead to set up spikes, or Leech Seed or whatever hazard, then they might not be expecting me to stay in because they're like, oh, a Steel Pokemon versus a Fairy Pokemon. So then I can hit it with the Hidden Power Fire and do pretty decent damage. I don't think it one-hit KOs, but it can still do some damage to get big chunks out of the Ferrothorn, and I live a Gyro Ball, so that's kind of the idea behind the Hidden Power Fire there. And yeah, that's the Tapu Koko we're running. So the next mon we've got is Umbreon, of course, the Bay, the one, the only. And we've got Synchronize on the Umbreon. Oh yeah, I have Sap Sipper on Gudra as well, to kind of protect, like you'll see later on I have Donphan, so the Sap Sipper could potentially come in on a grass move and protect Donphan from super effective damage. Anyway, Umbreon. So we've got one of those sets that Umbreon runs that people don't always like. And a lot of like the things that are going into this team builder is so that I can try and like get my first win in the league before I start going too meany or too playing around with different moves and different sets. I do have a really cool set in mind. I just have to find the right team to play against it, or to use it against. Ooh! But so we've got a very like basic, dreadful Umbreon set. We've got Cleric with Toxic, so Heal Bell, Wish, Protect, and Toxic. Toxic is just so that I can whittle down mons like Mandibuzz, Spiritomb, and Uniclus if it's not running Magic Coat or Magic Guard, whichever one is the one where it doesn't take damage from poison or other effects. I was almost considering switching out maybe like Heal Bell or Protect for Roar on Umbreon, because if Umbreon gets Roar, I should check first before I explain the reason. I don't think Umbreon gets Roar. Oh, it doesn't get Roar. Never mind. the idea was going to be if Reuniclus thinks that it can set up on my Umbreon, then I can just roar it out, essentially. Anyway. Synchro Noise is such a pointless move on Umbreon. Only damages Pokemon of the same type as the user, but it's a psychic move, so it just wouldn't be affected. Anyway, so don't worry about that other plan. So essentially it's just being there as a cleric in a physical wall, heal things up, Wish Pass if I have to, Scout with Protect, and I'm running Mental Herb on it instead of what many would consider like leftovers would be good for this set. I'm running Mental Herb in case if, I think there's at least, I think Victini, Mandibuzz, and Reuniclus were the ones on the team where they could run Taunt, and I didn't want to lose an opportunity to do one of my moves if I really needed it. Like if I really had to land a Toxic on Mandibuzz, I didn't want to be taunted and not be able to run that move, because literally if I'm taunted I can do nothing. So the Mental Herb will allow me to at least get one move off that I might need to get off, whether it's Wish or Protect or anything like that. So that's one of the reasons why I was running that. And then of course we've got a little bit in Spadef and HP, of course, 252 for more maximum bulk. I can bulk. Anyway, our next mon is Cresselia, the moon duck herself. She's running leftovers with 250 positive attack and good Spadef, like 226 in Spadef. And then we put in 32 speed, so that way it could speed creep. What would be speed creeping? I know that we were expecting, I think Mandibuzz maybe, to speed creep either Mandibuzz or Spiritomb, I think. One of those mons we were thinking, oh, maybe the opponent will try to speed creep us, so we'll speed creep them. I can actually look it up. Yeah, Mandibuzz. So if Mandibuzz tries to speed creep Cress to outspeed so they can get a hard dark move attack off, we'll actually outspeed because we speed creep them. So we've got Calm Mind, Sub, Moonblast, Psyshock. So this is kind of like like we can take hits, but I'm looking more to set up and just kind of start sweeping things after a Calm Mind. Maybe two if I absolutely need it. So I just have to find the opportune time to throw Cress in and be like, time to mess people up. Most likely, like if there's a dark type, we do have the Moonblast coverage, but I'd like to try and make sure I have some boosts beforehand to make sure we get those KOs, because they can break through the subs pretty easy. And of course with the Ariados as well with the bug moves and the Poison Jab. I think Poison Jab breaks through my sub depending on the build. And then Cress also has Levitate, so I can come in on potential Earthquakes since Koko and Blaziken are weak to ground. So I can keep that in mind if I'm predicting, like if there's a Flygon and I definitely don't quite have a plan. And the way I look at it is that this team could have like 3 potential leads that I'm thinking of. Either Ferrothorn or Ariados to set up hazards, or Flygon to just kind of like either start boosting or to scout or to U-turn. In my mock battle with Mike, he led Flygon and I led Donphan because I didn't see Ferrothorn out. In my Donphan, you'll see in a minute. Well, actually, I think we're done with Crest, so you'll see now. My Donphan has Rocky Helmet, so, and I've got Ice Shard as well. So if I see the Flygon on the team and I think it might be a lead, I'll lead with Donphan instead of Koko, just to kind of like I can still pivot with Koko, but I don't want Donphan to reveal the Rocky Helmet right away if we can prevent it. Donphan is physically bulky as well, but also has max attack investment, so that I have a physical Mon paired with Blaziken to break through any physical walls that the opponent might bring. So that's the plan there. Sorry, my roommate's cat just walked into the room. I thought I locked my door. So when we were playing our mock battle, I threw the ice shard out and it got him down, like it does a lot of damage, it's quad weak to ice. And then he U-turned to pivot and ended up killing himself with the Rocky Helmet. So if I can catch Flygon doing that, that would be great. Because I was able to just get rid of Flygon turn 1 and get a huge hitter out of the way. We've also got rocks to set up for the Victini, for the Ariados, for the Mandibuzz, if I need them, and I believe for the Alolan Ninetales as well. And we've got Ice Shard, of course, Ice priority for Flygon mostly. Mandibuzz if I have no other choice. Rapid Spin to clear hazards away, but keep my hazards on the field. Unless if they bring Spiritomb, then I have to get rid of Spiritomb first, because Spiritomb is a spin blocker. And then we've got Earthquake, hits to Victini, hits Ariados, Manectric. Like it's a very strong stab move, especially with my attack investment. And I added a little bit of HP for bulk as well, but we do have Sturdy, so like if we get down to Sturdy, then I can still do stuff. So our last Mon is Blaziken. So we are actually, Blaziken is one of the Z captains on my team, other than Taku Koko, if you saw in my draft recap. And we are running Electric Z on Blaziken for Z Thunder Punch. And part of that is because the terrain will be up in some cases, so we can get a nice boost from that. And once we get rid of like Flygon and maybe make him electric, like I don't think they'll be expecting Z Thunder Punch to come out of Blaziken if it's on the field. So they might try to switch in something like Mandibuzz, and we can just, or even Primarina, and we can just hit it hard with some electric move. And we've also got Brick Break in case of Alolan Ninetales coming up and setting up Aurora Veil. We have the potential to break it down and not have to sit through it for all the turns. So I could try to take out the Alolan Ninetales and then switch in Blaziken to try and break the Aurora Veil down, or just put him in as a normal switch in. Then we've got Swords Dance, because if I do find an opportunity where I think, like if there's a Ferrothorn on the field, it's very possible that they'll switch out, and then I can Swords Dance and try and just hit things really hard. And Flare Blitz, of course, because it's strong physical fire stab. We've got a bit of speed investment, and we've got a positive attack nature and max attack investment, so that we can get a bunch of speed and try to hit hard, but we also have a little bit of bulk, so that way we can still take a hit to some degree and not get completely wiped out. So we have a negative special attack nature since we don't have any special attack moves. So that is the team that we are bringing to week 1, and you can see on the left hand side my, the left hand side, it's like opposite for the webcam. The left hand side you can see what Mons I drafted, and the right hand side you can see which Mons Vice drafted. So that's kind of the team matchup. I'm really nervous for the battle, but also excited. I think if I can get the predictions right, I think this team could do really well. So it's just a matter of trying to think of what they might do and having all of my calcs and everything else ready ahead of time and not just last minute getting things together. So I'm going to go work on doing that now and getting that stuff together. But thank you very much for coming by to check out this short team builder. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the battle. Please like, comment, and subscribe below to help the channel grow and to show your love and support. It would really, really mean a lot to me. This is my very first draft league ever, and I'm excited, but I'm nervous, and I just want to see how this goes. So thank you again for all of your support. I hope you enjoyed the battle, and I'll see you next time. This is Autumn Marie, signing out.